We're here at the boat dock and we're going to get back on the boat. It's been a snowy, icy week for us here in Texas. Let's go check it out. The first thing I want to do is look at the lines. We had some wind. Check out the lines. I've got an extra line here on the bow for that north wind. This tends to break. The first line to break is this one. Sails look good. Right here we've got the line still tied up. Nothing's falling down. Sail pack's good. Let's go to the other side. I do want to check out the furling line. Looks like a little abrasion maybe. I'm going to look at the shackles here on the bowsprit. I'm going to check out the port side lines and the port side rigging on the mast. Everything looks good. The fenders on this side get the most wear and they look good. And let's look at the solar panels. Did we get any damage? No, these are pretty good panels. I love them. Yeah. Going up the mast. And I don't see any issues there. I don't see any loose halyards. Biminies are still up. May need to tighten these up though. They've been blowing in the wind. Have to do a little maintenance there. You can see the snow still out there on the banks. Some ducks in the water. A little snow on this guy's boat here left over. Okay, so I checked the lines. I don't have any loose lines. I checked the mast. I checked the sail pack. I checked the bowsprit. And I look over here at the back stay. Nothing came loose. It's all good. It's all good from here. I'm going to go and bring the stuff in from the car and provision the boat. Kind of make sure I don't step on that ice left over on this side. Okay, old Xanadu. She made it through. It's supposed to get cold tonight. It's a calm one though. Pretty sunset. I do like to take a walk on the dock and check out the neighboring boats. Make sure their lines are not in the water. Make sure everything looks good. I give them a call if need be. At least the snow has melted all off the dock here. That's a good sign. Okay, everything looks calm here in the marina. Good to see that. Boat looks tight. All the other boats are tied down, so we made it through the storm. We're going to get back in the boat here. Check out the power supply, the batteries. We've got to make sure the heater's running, see if there's any damage from the inside. And hopefully there's no water down there. Alright, going inside. Lights are on, electricity, the heater's running. That's a good sign. Let's check the batteries. 12.4. 12.4, okay. I may need to check the battery charger. Let's see about the battery charger over here. Looks like the charger is not automatically charging. I'll have to fix that. Okay, there it goes. It's going back up now. Nothing like the cold weather to kill your starting and house battery. Good thing we got here and checked it. Okay, the solar system is on, running. It's not charging now because the sun's too low. 12.6 volts, that's good. What about the inverter? We're about 80%. That's good. The sun came out today and I think that's going to be a winner. The DC input is about 13.2 right now when the sun's going down. It normally gets up to about 22 volts input, and inverter's good. No damage from the storm. All right. Okay, I've always turned off the water and the cabin lights and kept the bilge pump on. But I'm going to turn the cabin lights on and the water later on if I fill it. And let's check out the head and see if there's any other damage to hatches or anything. I don't see any leaks here. The hatch is good. No breaks. Alright, the head. Yeah, the hatches are holding up. Looking good. And the V-berth. Turn some light on up here. Alright. No leaks from the hatch here. Still secure. All in all, a good sign. Alright, I'm going to turn some lights on here and let's look here. Right here, the windows could leak. That cold weather shrinks the weather stripping around that each year and I have to maintain it. But I don't see, I'm looking down here, I don't see any leakage on either side of the boat. So, no leaks. Alright, now it's time to go ice down that beer. Come along. I have an infrared heater. It's time to turn that baby up. Let's warm it up in here. I had it down at 50 degrees just to keep it from freezing inside. Let's crank it up. Here comes that heating element. It's been a nice heater. Puts out some infrared heat and I love it. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to say it's been kind of miserable being off the boat while the ice storm was happening, but we couldn't get to it. The roads wouldn't allow it. Finally got back on the road and got back over here to check it out. And we're just going to ice down the beer here and make a weekend of it. Yeah, there's nothing like the feeling of you can't get out here to check it out. Kind of feel helpless and you don't know what's going on. Well, the marina didn't call, so that's good news. And basically I'm the first one out here, so if something were broken, I surely would give them a call. Cindy will be here in a minute. She's bringing the food, so in our routine I just ice down the beer, get it warmed up, get things cozy, and she gets here and we'll make dinner. When you're in Texas every year and this weather pops up, you kind of have to sometimes decide where you're going to be because you're going to be stuck for 3 or 4 days. Now I know that's not like up north, it's much worse up there. And down here in the tropics of Texas, we've had a pretty good year this winter. February is always the coldest month in Texas because the Arctic air from the north comes down and pushes up against that southern wind, and it winds about this time of year every year, and it freezes up. Sometimes it's December, January, but we can count on a good freeze in February. I spent last year and a couple years before that in a major ice storm where this whole lake froze over in the marina here, and I've never seen that in Texas in my life. I think it was a 100-year storm. That did cause some damage, and one thing I thought to not do this time was to put my tarp up. The tarp over here, the rain tarp, where it keeps it off of the companion hatchway. I didn't want it to be something that caught a lot of snow and ice. I knew that I wasn't going to be out here till it melted because of the roads. One year I did come out here and I couldn't get the hatch open because it had 5 inches of snow on it, so I had to shovel that out. I think that was last year's video, but it was in January, I believe. Very calm, no wind right now. Actually could sit out here outside and fish with a sweater on, that is. And I do see old Bernie, the great blue heron, over there fishing, so I got a fishing buddy too. And you know, if he's fishing, then I'm fishing. Okay, it looks like the moon's out. We got a full moon, or almost a full moon. That's spectacular. Let's see if I can catch old Bernie over here without spooking him. The water's so calm. I just love how you can see the trees reflecting in the water. And the moon. There she is. It's always a beautiful time of the year, even in winter. Alright. Yeah, I've got my fishing gear right here. Get that off. Get that down below. My camera bag. Get set up here. Next, I'm going to get the ice and put it into the ice box over there in the galley, and get the hatch boards and close the companionway up so it'll heat up nicely here. Cindy will be here shortly, and we'll put up the food. One thing I'd have to say is it might be a good night to make some chili or a soup. I looked at the thermostat on the clock, and it said it was 55 degrees in here, but I know with that heater we can get it up to about 70, 75 in no time. I was fortunate to not have to shovel off any of the dock or the boat this year. That's another thing. You got to come prepared with gloves, a shovel, scraper, something to make a path. And a lot of times the cockpit back there will just be full of snow. So you want to make sure the scuppings in the back are actually working and not clogged up. The neighbor's boat, 2 boats down, still has a lot of snow in the cockpit, and if those scuppers don't work, then that's going to hold water. The reason I brought that up is because these two here, my neighbor here, and my boat, we don't have that buildup. I'm kind of wondering why there's so much snow and it's not melting out, because it's been a good day and a half of melting. So maybe it's just the way the sun is hitting it, but I thought I would have to step through the ice on the cushions in the cockpit, but no. And you would think all the snow would be melted by now, but it is what it is. Okay, all closed up. Everything looks good in here. We're going to heat it up, but you know what time it is. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. All right, what did Cindy bring us? Some cod. Good. Get some fish. Oh, you made it. Welcome aboard. Get on in here.
It's cold. It is cold out here.
Thanks for bringing all those provisions in. Let's get the weekend started.
I'm frozen. I'm glad the weekend's here. It's been a long week.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll get the food put away and get some food made, and tell me about your day.
I don't know if you want to know. Hi.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gon' rise to the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
I inspected the inside of the boat and I found an electrical issue over here. I've got a GFI plug outlet that looks like it's going bad. So that's going to have to be replaced. And fortunately, I've got one on board because I keep a stock. This particular one has the USB ports built right into it. And that's primarily what we use this over here for, is our phone charging, camera charging, stuff like that. I have a different GFI installed that I upgraded to back to run the refrigerator and the heater back there. So I'm going to take this out, do away with the GFI, and install the USB charging station outlet. I think that's going to be a good upgrade. Not sure why. Maybe a storm. These GFIs, they just go out. I think this one I put it in about 5 years ago. Yeah. So I think I put this one in about 5 years ago and it's already gone out. But let's take it apart and see what happened. Time to do some boat projects. You always got to be dusting and cleaning. Better to do it in the winter. You don't lose any time out on the lake. Normally we'll take everything off the shelves and break it down and do dusting like this, cleaning, looking for mold or mildew, and then put teak oil all over the teak and get it bright and shiny again. Alright, I'm going to take the plate off. I'm just looking for any kind of damage. Don't know why this failed on me. I'm going to do this and look for it, and then I'm going to shut the breaker off and replace it. It won't reset. I have to shut the power down. And I still have 12-volt power for my lighting systems. I'm just shutting the shore power down, the AC. I can also access from underneath if I have to. Hopefully I won't have to do all that. Not sure what's going on with this, but there we go. Come on out of there. Alright. Alright, oh yeah, perfect. I knew I had some wire there. Let's get the new one out. Set that aside. Typically your brass screw is your hot, your neutral is the silver, the green is the ground. Yeah, you have to be a little electrician, a little bit of plumber, a little bit of mechanic, a little bit of sailor to be on the sailboat. Yep, not sure what happened to that. Alright, okay. Uno, dos, tres. Alright, the ground is on and neutral. This is why I always keep one on board, or a couple items, just in case. If it was a different, I'm going to have to go get another one now. If it was a different plug, and it was crucial, you know, to run the systems, and I didn't have it, then I'd be taking it off somewhere on the boat. But for me, I'd like just to have them available. Alright. For times like these, when it's cold, I don't want to get out, but I want to get this fixed. I have the time to do it. And this will have 2 extra USB ports. Let's check it out first. Put that breaker on. Let's see if it's going to charge. Here's a battery backup. Perfect to charge. Okay, so we can just let that charge up right there like we like. Looks like it's working. Now I'll check the plugs, and I doubt there's going to be any issue, but we'll see. Alright, let's get that cover plate back on. And that's a winner. Why is this sticking up on me here? Let's see. Alright, good as new. Right there. Like it.